What's up with the what's ups? Today on this episode of Made by Motorcycles, we're going over chopper camping. Specifically, what I'm using and how I'm packing it. In fact, these are the bags that I'm going to be using myself. So before I get into everything, this is my main bag. It's just your basic duffel bag I found on Amazon. It has 4 zipper pockets, this little one at the top, this medium-sized one up front, the larger one, and then the side pocket. Now within all of these, the first pocket has 2 inner pockets on both the front and back of it. This inside pocket is just what I would use for stuff I would keep in my pockets. Then the main compartment has another pocket on the inside, Velcro up on the tops. The side pocket has another pocket on the inside of its door. And then because it's got all this MOLLE, what I went ahead and did was MOLLE a knife sheath and a quart of oil carrier from Lowbrow Customs. As well, I have a side saddle bag. That's what I basically use to put my tool bag in. While packing everything, we're going to go over our necessities, what to sleep in, and what to sleep on. And if any of y'all are new to the channel, subscribe. If you like the content we're putting out, subscribe. If you think the channel's junk, then subscribe. And here's my setup for chopper camping. Now all of this will fit in those 2 bags and on the bike. Alright, now that y'all got a peek of what we got going on, let's dive on into what we got in here. So from the top, we just got your simple tire plug patch, some microfiber cloths, a Harley-Davidson booster that will charge a cell phone and whatnot. It's got a flashlight on it too. And then a tester, just to make sure you're trying to check some wires and you need to find out which ones are hot. We got you covered. Now here on the list is something that I've had, something many people have needed, and I've never had on me. So we're taking it this time, which is tire spoons, rim guards, and an extra flathead for leverage. Then we got some frog togs. They're about the cheapest emergency rain deterrent out there. And then in here, this is basically my little first aid, stuff like that. Moving right along, we got a pack of paracord, some WD-40, and some zip ties. An emergency jacket, thick enough to keep you warm but not too thick to take up space. An extra quart of 50 weight oil. The knife that goes into the sheath that y'all just saw earlier. Koozie, tire pressure gauge, teepee for the bunghole, riding gloves. This is my electrical bags, extra wires, fuses, circuit breakers, butt connectors, stuff like that. This bag is a heavier one. This one's got extra bolts, nuts, washers. Just odds and ends to make sure I might have what I need in case something fails on the road. A pair of extra spark plugs, a spoon so I know the right amount of octane booster to put in the tank, multi-tool, insurance card, and then the new X-Fail Zero Gen 2 tool roll, which I have the old one, and I'm just going to dump all the stuff into the old one and to the new one. And as well, I have the new Bitwell X-Fail 2 motorcycle tank bag. I got an April Brown chopper tent, and then just an Echo Pro sleeping bag. So other than my clothes, that's about it that I'm fitting in there. Speaking of clothes, all I'm taking is an extra pair of underwear, a couple pairs of socks, and an extra shirt that should roll up nice and fit between anywhere in that bag. Keep in mind, Everybody's essentials are different, but the name of the game is to keep that motorcycle running. So your essentials are going to be tools, some specialty tools. Only you know your bike, and you yourself will know what you need to take. So when we were talking necessities, tools, and stuff to keep your motorcycle operating are the essentials, which are going to be your tools and a set of spark plugs. Everybody's essentials are going to be different, but the main stuff is the stuff you need to keep your bike. For me, my essentials are in this bag right here. So this is the original X-Fill, and this is the spare bag from the original X-Fill 80. I just robbed it, used it in here because it's color coordinated, and I use this bag more than I use the bigger bag. So in this bag I have all of this in this bag, and then in this bag is specialty parts, throwout bearing, clips, hose clamps, stuff like that. So in the flip compartment is basically more tools, the stuff I need that I know I need on my bike. Sockets, more wrenches, you know, what you see is what I got. It's just pieces of baling wire, rubber to pull up my push tubes, tweezers. Then in this bag, some more specialty stuff. Spare nuts for the clutch hub, spare master link, an exhaust clamp bolt, specialty stuff. Then in this bag is everything to adjust my clutch and to remove the clutch hub. You know, extra parts, if you know, you know, to pull off the clutch hub without removing springs. Wrenches to adjust my push rods. Same with this one. Now to put all of this into the new one. So you can see right off the bat, the new flap has a pocket. The other flap has a pocket, and now it has a new flap. So let's see how we can't get this sucker filled up. Alright, so basically everything in here fit, and I could say that was the equivalent of what I had. So even though this was removable, time would soon find out which setup is better. I will say right up front, I do not like this at all. I like this way better. But they are more secure, so like I said, we'll see how it pans out. This is 5 years old. This is today years old. Then of course, the second main thing of chopper camping is having a place to stay. For me, I have the Abel Brown chopper tent. This is just your basic tent that sets up with the bike and uses the motorcycle as a setup point. And I also got the extra option for the tent rods that actually hold it up when you're not using the motorcycle. I won't set it up. If you know what the Abel Brown tent is, you've already seen it a million times, but for those who haven't, here's what it looks like on Shovelicious. And the third main thing for camping, of course, the sleeping bag. This one is just a simple one I found on Amazon. It's rated for 32 degrees. It's as compact as it gets. So those are the three main things I would consider to be the most important things to have when chopper camping. Tools, shelter, sleeping bag, and plenty of Samson, if you know what I mean. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this loaded up. Alright, so that is my lowdown on chopper camping. The main three: tools, shelter, and something to sleep in. And then whatever is left on the bike that you think that you need, if it fits, it's good to go. And with those helpful tips and the three essentials, you can basically go anywhere, have a great time. Now, depending on how many people are going with you in your group, y'all might be able to share the load and take extra stuff. Food, drinks, more than the essentials. But as it is, that's what I got going on, and just in time too, because next week, July 18th, that's off to the Run to Raton. So if you're planning on being there, we'll see you there. Until then, that's the end of this episode of Mayhem and Motorcycles. See you guys on the flip side, and if I don't see you there, I'll see you at the Raton.